you are going to be thinking about if you were stuck inside of a snow globe. So that is your writing prompt. If I were in a snow globe, if we open it up to that first page, it's on the back of that first packet page. It says brainstorm. If I were in a snow globe, so imagine we've all seen a snow globe before. You shake it up, there's snow that comes down. Our writing prompt, and normally, and you got actually a little ornament that we're going to put together on Friday. That is normally, this is what we give for our parents for a holiday gift. In the 4th grade, we write a story and we give them that globe. Dylan, I'm going to need you to find a piece of paper, and that is in your mom. I told her to get the red folder. It should be in that folder. This is the first page. So think about a snow globe is small. How would you get inside of that snow globe? Is there some kind of magic spell that you were put on? Did you wish to be inside that snow globe? Did you interact with some kind of person that puts you inside? What is it like inside that snow globe? Is it cold and snowy? Is it actually not cold at all? How will you get out of the snow globe, and will you stay in the snow globe forever? So I want you, there's a box. If you don't have this paper, you need to have a notebook piece of paper, something to write on. Then you're going to write, if I were in a snow globe at the top, and put brainstorm. And you are going to write about if you were, how did you get inside? How did you get stuck there? What is it like inside of that snowman? Who else is inside of there? How will you get out, and will you stay inside forever? We're going to take 10 minutes to kind of brainstorm some ideas to put inside of there. So I'm going to take my time to kind of maybe brainstorm some reasons why I'm in there. And I would like you to as well. I'm going to put in Google Classroom a spot for you to upload your brainstorming, a picture of it. I just want you to be as creative as possible, okay? Try to fill up as much of that space as possible. You do not have to use all of your ideas, but I do want you to use as much of that space as possible. So maybe I might split this part up into my different sections and say, how did I get inside snow globe? And then I brainstorm my ideas of how I got inside. What is it like inside? Maybe setting and characters of people who would maybe be inside there. How do I get out? Or am I stuck forever? And I need you to maybe come up with some reasons to put in each thing. So far, I've gotten, how did I get stuck inside of the snow globe? Maybe a shrink ray, maybe an evil witch put me inside. I wished to be inside by asking a magic genie. There was a magic door. I'm sure you guys can be even more creative than me. What's it like inside? What's the setting and characters? It's snowy, it's cold, it's windy, it's glittery and sparkly. There's a cabin inside. Frosty the Snowman is there. Maybe my dog Luna came along with me. I see a person shaking my snow globe. And so I'm constantly maybe falling all over the place. How do I get out of there? So just kind of thinking through your process. Maybe see like another 5 minutes, see what you can add. So if you happen to look at my screen, I've got my whole box filled in, and I'm even coming up with some ideas off the top of my head as I'm thinking about it. Am I stuck forever? Maybe not, but maybe some of the characters I met inside of the snow globe are stuck there forever because maybe they've always been in that snow globe. Just really try to be as creative as possible. And that's my timer. I did add to my Google Classroom that you will need to put a picture of this in your assignments. This is part of a larger writing assignment, just like you turned in one on Friday about small moments. Not today. On Friday, you will turn in a final copy of your brainstorming. Tomorrow, we will get into the details of our story and really check that out. So all you need to do is really take, and even this part is, it's not the entire page I want to see. I really want to see the square. So if you could take like as up close of a picture so I could see your whole square when you upload a picture, that is what I would like you to do. From here, we are going to switch gears, and I'm going to put you in small groups again so you can get another read of your StoryWorks article. However, today we're only going to focus on the first part of the article, the first half of it actually. Because if I look at my assignment today, it's on questions 1 through 5 today, and tomorrow is 6 through 9. I want you in your group, you're going to be reading up through the section called A Ruined Land. So that's page 4 and 5, and then all of 6, and where it ends before ignored and forgotten. You're going to read all of the first half of the article, all the way up to ignored and forgotten. So I want you to find your magazine at this time, take that out, and you're going to be reading pages 4, 5, 6, and basically half of 7. I'm going to put you in your small group so that you can read with them, but I need everybody to show me that they have their magazine. That way, when I put you in your small group, you're not all of a sudden saying, well, I don't have my magazine, I don't have everything ready. Okay, thank you, Nuchen. Thanks, Mason. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Do we have our magazines? A lot of you stayed, off camera. I don't know if you have your magazine or not. Thanks, Olive. Thanks, James. Thanks, Kira. Great. All right, if you have to log on to the digital one, please make sure you do so quickly, okay? All right, I am going to put you in your small groups, and you are going to be reading just pages, like I said, 4, 5, 6, and half of 7. Let's see, I'm gonna put you in your groups, check and make sure. All right, and so my breakout group 1, Liam, Jaylee, Olive, Taya, William. Group 2, Carter, Charlotte, Dylan, James, Kira. Group 3, Anna, Hank, Mason, Nuchen, Owen, okay? When you get to your group, please make sure someone starts reading right away. We're only going to be in our group for about 8 minutes, okay? It took us about almost 15 minutes the other day to read the entire article with our small group. So go ahead and join your breakout room. James, Carter, Anna, join your breakout room. Up to where it says ignored and forgotten. And that is where all of our answers really should be coming from today, that first few pages. So I'm going to go to my Google Classroom and I'm going to open up my assignments. It says the volcano that changed the world, critical thinking, questions. Reread the article, The Volcano That Changed the World, in your Storyworks magazine. You will work on questions 1 through 5 on Monday and 6 through 9 on Tuesday. Each response will be graded using the following. 1 point, you get 1 point for answering the question correctly. You get 1 point for using text evidence in your response. You also get 1 point for the answer being written in a complete sentence by using part of the question as a sentence starter. That is when what we call, the UPQ, having that sentence starter. So if we can go to our Google Slides, I'm going to go ahead and maybe share what I would say with your help for the first question. What would I maybe say in this first question? Let's take a look at what it says and kind of come up with a really stellar 3-point answer. I know I'm going to get all the points on it. I'm going to zoom in. There we go. That way maybe we can see it a little better. It says, number 1, reread the first section of the article. Describe what John Hossington and his family saw in June 1816. Why was this terrifying? So if I go to that first section, that's on page 5. Let me reread this section. 10-year-old John Hossington stared in shock out the window of his family's Vermont farmhouse. It was June 8th, 1816. Summer was just 2 weeks away, yet outside a wild winter storm was raging. Nearly a foot of snow covered the fields that the family had planted only weeks before. The family's vegetable garden was buried. The apple and pear trees shivered in the freezing winds, and their delicate buds coated with ice. So, what are some of the things that John Hossington and his family saw in June 1816? So we can start off our sentence with John Hossington, and his family saw outside their home in June 1816. What did they see? Someone tell me, what did they see? Kira.
A raging snowstorm.
A raging snowstorm. So John Hossington and his family saw outside their home in June 1816 a raging snowstorm, period. This was terrifying to them because, why would it be terrifying to them? What do you think? Why is it terrifying to them? They're talking about everything being coated in snow, all of their farm crops they just planted, and the fact that it's June. What do you think, Olive?
It says in the story that everything they ate came, pretty much everything they ate came from the farm, so they're probably scared about.
Sorry, I cannot hear some of that. You're kind of breaking up, but it could be my internet. Can you repeat that again?
And it's June, so they're kind of like, why is it snowing in June? As well.
Yeah.
I'd beating.
Okay. Yeah, this is terrifying to them.
I said it would probably they were probably scared if they would give because their food came from their farm, and it'd be
Yep.
confusing to snow in June.
Yep. So this was terrifying to them because all of their food they had just planted was covered in snow, which would cause the crops to likely die. And it is unusual to see snow in June, right? So I have 2 sentences that you guys helped me create with text evidence, and I used part of the question in my answer. Describe what John Hosington and his family saw in June 1816. Why was this terrifying? John Hosington and his family saw outside their home in June 1816 a raging snowstorm. This was terrifying to them because of all of their food they had just planted was covered in snow, which would cause the crops to likely die, and it was unusual to see snow in June. Something along those lines. Anything along those lines. I'm going to keep my answer up like this. I've just done with you number 1. You are going to be responsible for doing number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 during this time. I think it will likely take you from probably this time up until maybe 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock, 10:15 maybe. From there, you want to go on Zern or iReady. And my math friends, you need to get started on your simple solutions lesson 49, because we will be back on Zoom at 10:45 for our SEL lesson. At this time, I'm going to keep sharing my screen if you are still copying down our class answer to number 1. If you are ready to independently work on these assignments, don't forget to upload a picture of your snow globe brainstorming. I've added that to your Google Classroom. Come back at 10:45.
So we're gonna do all the questions up to slide 4.
No. Slide 2. Look at the question number, Carter, not the slide number. You're only doing slides 1 and 2. You're doing questions 1 through 5.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good question, Carter. I will adjust that on our Google Classroom so you understand. Anna, Carter, Jaylee, William, Lucas. Are you still copying our answers? Anna, Carter, Jaylee, William.
Bye.
Hi, William.
Yeah, I'm still copying it.
Okay, just wanted to double check. Anna or Jaylee?
All right, I'm done
Hi,
copying.
Carter.
Bye.